everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be doing another Foundation Friday. And on today's video, we're going to be doing the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. Now, I did have it in its box, but the box is even very reflective, so I was trying to take my thumbnail and it just wasn't working. So I pulled the bottle out. This is 0.68 fluid ounces, so it's not quite a full fluid ounce, which is less than normal. Most foundations, or I would say a typical foundation size, is 1 fluid ounce. This did come out several months ago. I heard rave reviews about it, and I wanted to give it a try on my skin. So before starting the camera, I did spray my face with the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist. I need to get a replacement of that because I'm almost out, as well as the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I'm doing pretty good on digging into that one too. I think I want to try the e.l.f. one. I haven't picked that one up yet. And then I'm going to be using the Love is a Foundation brush from Ulta on the right side of my face, and I have my L'Oreal sponge for the left side of my face. So let's go ahead to the Jouer website, and I will read you a little bit of a description of this foundation. Now, I do want to show you the shade range first. It does have quite a wide shade range. I think I counted 50 shades, so that's really great. And the website says, this is the description: Supreme Coverage, Lightweight Formula, Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation creates an impeccable airbrushed matte finish instantly. Simply smooth a small amount of the concentrated formula onto the skin with Jouer's Essential Precision Foundation Brush and buff to reveal your perfect complexion. So I'm not going to be using their brush. Says it includes chamomile extract, cucumber extract, hyaluronic acid, tripeptide complex, matte, oil-free. So it has 5 hearts on their website, so it's very highly rated. So we'll see how this goes. I did get the second highest shade, which is Alabaster, and it's called Very Fair Skin with Peachy Undertones. There's only one shade lighter, which was Ivory, which was Very Fair Skin with Cool Undertones. And I do have more of a neutral undertone, so I try to go with like a peachy or a mix of, warm and cool undertones. So we're going to go ahead and try this. Looks like there is some foundation on the tube, so I'm pretty sure I did a patch test of this when I purchased it. I purchased it last fall in the VIB sale from Sephora. So it does say shake well, and it says a little bit goes a long way. So I'm only going to put 1 pump on the back of my hand and see how it goes. So shake, shake, shake. Let's go. I'm going to go I'm not going to put 1 pump because nothing came out. Okay. There we go. It looks like some of the stuff had been in the pump and had sort of solidified a little bit. So, all right, I have 1 pump on the back of my hand. I'm going to go in with a brush first. Just get a little bit of that on the brush, and let's see how far this goes. It does have a little bit of a scent. Not like floral or anything, but it's not scent free. How about that? All right, so this is going very far, and it is a little bit fair for me. But I think I should be able to make it work, and it dries. It dries really, really fast. So that's something to keep in mind. All right, I'm just going to get like a dab more. Not a lot at all. I don't even know that you'll be able to see that. But go ahead and get this on my forehead. And I got it all in my hair. I'm going gray fast enough. I don't need help with foundation. I will try to get that out of my hair later. Okay, so there we go. I still have the majority of that pump on my hand. I got it in my eyebrows, so I'm going to be going in with some color there. Yeah, I got it everywhere. I wasn't being very careful. But I am going to try to get it out of my hair and my eyebrow later. All right, going in with a sponge. I expect the sponge to have a little bit lighter coverage because of the fact that the sponge does soak some of the foundation in on it. All right, I look really fair. All right, so apparently my patch test was not accurate when I did it last fall. And the shade is definitely too light for me. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with a bronzer and we'll get it bronzed up. So, okay. I'm actually going to take the brush and try to get some of my pores kind of covered up here, because with the sponge, for some reason, it doesn't seem to be covering my pores as well. I don't think I need any more product. So one pump did my entire face. I am definitely going to have to bronze up because I am quite pale. That doesn't happen often. So know that if you are a fair-skinned young lady or older lady or 80-year-old lady, the shade range is very, very wide in here. I think the only other time I've run into this is with the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. That was too pale for me. So, all right. I'm not sure about this, the way it's sitting on my skin. All right, the time now is 9:40. We're going to call 9:45. Let's just call 9:45 the check-in time. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup. I'm going to be bronzing up quite a bit today. I'm going to fix the foundation that I got in my hair and my eyebrow, and we'll see how it looks. This is definitely too pale for me, but we'll see if I can make it work. So like I said, I did do a patch test last year when I bought it, but again, I just must not have been paying very good attention when I was doing the patch test because it's definitely too pale for me. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of my makeup on, and I will be back in however long it takes me to do my makeup. Just a second for you. All right, everybody, my makeup is done. On my face, my powders, this is the mineral correcting powder. This is the mineral face powder, and I hit pan on this. Can you see right there? I hit pan on this. Whoops. I can't believe it. I am actually pretty shocked that I hit pan on this. Not that I think I wouldn't, because I use this powder every time I do a foundation review, but I just didn't realize it was that close to pan. That's all. So I use my two powders. What else did I put on my face? Oh, I used the Naked Urban Decay Flushed Palette in Streak. This is the bronzer I used. I think I did okay as far as toning it down a little bit, but this is the bronzer I used, blush and highlighter. I don't think they have different colors names. It's just the Streak palette. All right. In my brows, I have the EBates Brow Wiz in Taupe. I sprayed my face down with MAC Fix Plus. I have the Catrice Liquid Camo concealer on my under eyes. The Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer all over my lids. And then I used a combination of these two Buxom palettes. This is the White Russian on the rocks, and this one is Suede Seduction. From Suede Seduction, I used the cream shade. Well, they actually have names on them. Cashmere Cravings, which is this one right here all over the lid to set the primer. I used this shade here, which is Invite Only in the crease. And then this one here, which is Social Scene, I used on the outer corner and on the under eye. And then from White Russian, I used this shade here, which is Born Glam on the inner corner. Whoops. And then this shade here, which is 5-inch Stiletto all over the lid. And then this shade here, which is White Russian with a twist on the majority of the lid. And then this over here is High Society on the outer portion of my lid. So that's my eye look. For liner, I used the Clinique, what is this called? Quick Liner in Intense Black Honey in my waterline. And then my upper line, I used the NYX Always Keeping It Tight in brown, just a thin line on my upper lash line. I used Benefit They're Real on my lashes. And then on my lips, I used the Jouer Longwear Cream Lip Liner in Nude with the Jouer, what is this? I have a little kit here, which is where I took these from. This is the Longwear Lip Cream in Au Naturel. So I'm thinking about putting on the Longwear Lip Topper in Stardust. Let's see. Let's go ahead and try it. My lipstick never lasts very long anyway. These smell like vanilla icing. So they smell really good. Okay. Has a little bit of glitter in it. I don't normally wear glitter on my lips, so that is a little bit different. So, and this is just like a kit I got at the holiday season with the three products in it. All right, let's talk about the foundation. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in and we'll talk about it. And I forgot to tell you that it is 10:23, so about 45 minutes in, right? Somewhere in there. All right, so the shade was a little bit light, but I think I did okay bronzing it up. I think, at least in this lighting, it doesn't look horrendous. So I'm hoping that it looks okay in natural lighting. We'll see. As far as the finish goes, I think it looks pretty nice on the majority of my face. The only problem that I'm seemingly having is around my mouth. But that is my problem area. If you've watched any of my other foundation reviews, you know that the problem areas that I have are around my mouth and on my chin. But it's not looking bad. This camera doesn't always pick up my chin the best, so I will try to make sure I get that during the midday check-in. It just seems to be a little bit cracked in my lines. I mean, my skin has a lot of lines, a lot of texture. I am 40 years old, and I have a lot of texture in my skin. So my problem area mostly seems to be around my mouth. So we will keep an eye on that as we go through the day. It's definitely in my lines. It's definitely in any imperfections. I don't feel like it's horrendously in them though. So just resting, it looks a little bit creased on my chin, but it doesn't look horrible, if that makes sense. So I'm going to keep an eye on this as we go throughout the day. I mean, I only used one pump for my whole face. So I think that's pretty good. Yeah, my biggest problem is like my lines, and I don't know that the camera here will pick this up. But even when I do like this and raise my eyebrows, this area here on my bridge of my nose looks really creased and cracked up. Now resting, it looks okay, but when I raise my brows, it's very creased up. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go about my day. I will check in at about 1:45 and then again at about 5:45. No, was it 9:15? No, it was 9:45. Yeah. So about 1:45 and then again at about 5:45, and that will be my wear test for the day. So I will check in a few hours and we'll see how the foundation is doing then. Bye. All right, everybody, it is time for my midday check-in, and we're kind of running around today, so I'm standing outside of my car. It is, can you see that? It's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, so I'm a little bit late, but I'm gonna try to get my hair out of my face so you guys can actually see the foundation. All right, I'm gonna show you close up, and then I'm probably just gonna get back in the car so that you guys can actually see it and I can talk about it. Okay, I'm gonna get in the car and I'll talk about it. All right, so I'm sitting in the car looking at this foundation. I have some thoughts on what I think it looks like. I do have the sunroof open, so there's a little bit of light in here. Looking in my mirror in front of me, just the visor mirror, this looks like it's sitting on top of my skin. It does not look like it has sunk into my skin or blended into my skin. It looks like it's just sitting on top. It really does not like sunglasses or glasses, I'm assuming, either. I mean, my sunglasses have been on for the last 3 hours or so, 4 hours, and it really doesn't like those. So that's a problem if you wear glasses. If you don't wear glasses, then it's fine. Sorry, I'm trying to look in the mirror in here. I I don't know, like if you're looking at the line of my forehead, my nose, around my mouth, I don't think looks very good. So anyway, I am not loving this foundation right now. It's not horrendous, but I'm not loving it. I just feel like it looks like it's sitting on top of my skin. I feel like it does not appear to be blended in at all. It's just sitting on top. So that I'm not liking, and it's definitely getting into like the thing I told John earlier, and he actually concurred that he thought it looked this way as well. It looks like every single like pore, every single blemish, every single crease in my skin, it's really just settling into, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I just don't like it right now. I will be back in about 4 more hours and we'll see what it looks like then. I mean, well, I'm sure the nose pieces from my glasses aren't gonna get any better. I tried to blend that in and it didn't work very well. So anyway, I don't know. I think my nose looks really bad. I think it looks really, really bad. So not a big fan. Not a big fan right now. So we'll see what it looks like in 4 hours, but for right now, midway through the day, I feel like it is getting into every single pore, and it doesn't look, for as much as it's sinking into my pores, I feel like it looks like it's sitting on top of my skin. I don't know. I will check it in 4 more hours. All right, everybody, I am back. The time now is 7:02. So I am a little over an hour late. So I've had this on for a little bit over 9 hours. And I will tell you that I really wanted to take this off a couple hours ago. You can see how badly my sunglasses wore off this foundation. Every time, you know, I would take them off, I would try to just pat it in a little bit like this. And it worked a little bit, but it just literally wiped the foundation off. Like, gone. But besides that, this is supposed to be a mattifying foundation, I think. Matte finish. Airbrushed matte finish. At this point in the day, I am very oily. I am very oily. My nose, my face feels heavy. And I think I said at the midday check-in is I feel like when I'm looking at this, I feel like I'm wearing like a mask almost. Like it never settled into my skin. That's what I feel like this looks like. And I just feel like I look very shiny. Like the center of my face, my forehead looks shiny, my chin looks shiny. Like my whole T-zone looks shiny. Now on my cheeks, I think it has a really pretty finish. 9 hours in. I think it looks really nice back here. But I still say that the same thing still holds true, you know, 9 hours in. My nose looks really bad. I feel like it looks like it's in every single pore. The lines around my mouth, it is really in those lines. And I didn't use a lot of this foundation. Sometimes when I do use a foundation, I feel like if I use too much of it, it will get into my pores and lines and stuff. But this just, I mean, it's just not good. So I'm going to do what I did in other videos. I'm just going to do this. Yeah. And even just like touching my face, my chin. Yeah, it is just transferring like crazy. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, it was warm today. It was mid-70s, so it was warm. So, you know, my natural oils and such are definitely coming out, but this is supposed to be a matte finish, and it's just, it's transferring everywhere. So, not my favorite foundation, to say the least. Anyway, that is my first impression of the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. I will wear this again. I will pull it into one of my Shop My Stashes in the coming weeks, or maybe this week, next week, somewhere in there. I will pull this into my Shop My Stash, and I will continue to give it a try. Hopefully, I will find a day where it's a little bit on the cooler side, and maybe it'll work for me then. But I just don't know. Right now, I have my makeup wipe. I am ready to get this off my skin. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was my first impression. I mean, I will give you further up review of it when I do it. You bring it into my Shop My Stash. So anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button. It really helps me out, probably more than you guys know, unless you have a YouTube channel. And hit the bell if you want to. And leave me any comments in the comment section down below. Have you tried the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation? And if so, what are your thoughts on this foundation? I would love to hear them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!